Hello, and welcome to Subject7. In this video, we'll talk about parameterization and data-driven testing. Parameterization decreases time and effort required when you have test cases that will utilize different data inputs in a test case. Simple examples may include running a test case with various user ID and password combinations. Another example is running a test case across multiple environments, but the list of possibilities is truly endless. Subject7 makes it easy to create data-driven test cases. Within Subject7, data templates allow you to define the fields that will be used in the test cases, and data sets is where you can specify the actual data values that will be used. To begin, log into the Subject7 platform. After navigating to Library, click on Test to access the test case. Then we'll click on a folder we've created called Data-Driven Testing. And finally, the test case, which we've called Parameterization. Our test case steps include navigating to the site, selecting Login, followed by entering email and password, and then clicking the Login button. After returning to the platform, we will be able to run this case against 3 different environments, such as test, staging, and production. To parameterize the URL field, navigate to Artifacts, then click on Data Templates. Selecting the plus icon will allow you to create a new template. Now we will go ahead and name the template and then create a field called URL, which is the data we wish to parameterize. To declare the values for the URL field, click on the View Datasets icon. This is where you can set the values. For instance, the first dataset may be the test environment. Once you've named the dataset, just paste the URL into the field and click the Save icon. You can now repeat the process of creating a new dataset by entering another parameterized value. Let's use staging. Then just paste the URL for the staging dataset. If you want to create a new dataset or replicate one, it's as easy as first selecting the dataset and then pressing the Copy icon. Next, you can change the dataset name, which in this test case is production, followed by editing the URL to match the dataset. You can also upload a CSV with all of your parameterized values. To save the entire dataset template, exit the tab and select Save. On the template dashboard, the environment template is now shown on the list. To use the parameterized data in the test case, go to the Test Case tab and delete the hard-coded URL. Now you can just click the Inject Template icon to select the newly created dataset. Once you choose URL in the field, click on Inject to insert the parameterized template into the test case. To select the specific parameterized values that get used in a local run, press the Select Dataset icon near the top right corner of the screen. As you can see, all the values created for URL are listed in the drop-down menu. Choose the test dataset and press OK to run it against the test case. The URL field has now been parameterized. When you're running the test locally on your own computer, you'll have to select the specific parameterized values to use. But when running at high scale on the cloud, you can select all parameterized values, and Subject7 will automatically create all possible permutations of the data values and run a test for each of them. Similarly, you can also parameterize the other fields in your test flow. For example, email address and password. First, select the down arrow to access the email in the value line. Then navigate to the Artifacts tab and select Data Templates. Using the plus icon, create a new template and enter a name for the template. Under Field, type email in Field 1, followed by password in Field 2. For the password, it's a good idea to mark that field as a password field. This encrypts the password to ensure it stays secure. After saving, let's assign the values for the email and passwords by clicking on View Datasets. Then enter the dataset name along with the values for both the email and password. To create another dataset, simply press the plus icon and enter in the name, in this case, staging_user. Then just enter in the corresponding email and password for this new dataset. Now we have 2 users with passwords filled out for the dataset. To save, just exit the tab and press the Save icon. Going back to the Test Case tab, you can now inject the data template. After pressing the Inject icon, find the data template from the dropdown and select Email in the field. Then inject once the values are entered. Then just repeat the same process for the password step. Select Inject, then pick the password field from the dropdown to complete the process. After saving your work, if you would like to select the values for email and password, press the dataset icon and then Test User from the Members App drop-down menu and press OK. Now you can see that first step, URL, as well as the third and fourth steps, email and password, have also been parameterized. In this video, we learned how Subject7's parameterization can be used to speed up your testing and ease test maintenance by being able to create a single test that uses many different datasets. It's worth noting that Subject7 allows you to parameterize nearly any value used in test cases. More advanced types of parameterized data may include the values used in API testing, database testing, and many others. Thanks for using Subject7, and happy automating!